Hey there and welcome. Most of us have this idea that to grow your own amazing, delicious fruit, you need a huge backyard, maybe even a few acres of land, right? Well, today, we're going to completely bust that myth wide open. That's right. We're about to show you 10 incredible fruit trees that don't just, survive in a pot on your patio. They absolutely thrive. And you're going to want to stick around because number 7 on our list literally pays for itself. And the bonus tip at the end, it's an absolute game changer for anyone growing in containers. All right, you ready? Let's get into it. So kicking off our countdown at number 10 is the pomegranate. Now, this may sound a little exotic or hard to grow, but here's the secret. These trees are practically indestructible, especially the dwarf varieties like Nana or State Fair. They are the perfect starting point if you're new to this or, just a little worried about your green thumb. So let's just break down why they are so perfect for pots. Pomegranates have this naturally compact root system, so they are totally happy in just a 15-gallon container. And the payoff is huge. We're talking 15 to 30 fruits a season, which can save you up to $75 a year. But honestly, my favorite part, they are so incredibly drought tolerant. If you forget to water them for a few days, they'll forgive you.
Okay, moving on to number 9, the fig tree. And here is a fantastic aha moment for you. Figs actually prefer being a little bit root-bound, so putting them in a pot isn't some kind of compromise, it's exactly what they want. That little bit of stress tricks the tree into thinking, hey, I'm running out of room, so it puts all its energy into making fruit. And for us, that means more delicious figs and way sooner.
And you can take that even further with this little pro-level trick. Once it starts making fruits, if you let the soil dry out just a bit between waterings, you stress the tree just a tiny amount. This forces it to concentrate all the sugars into the fruit that's already growing, making them unbelievably sweet. It's an amazing technique for a level of flavor you just can't buy at the store. Coming in hot at number 8, we've got blueberries. Now, a lot of people struggle with blueberries, and it almost always comes down to one single thing: the soil. See, they need acidic soil to thrive. It's not a suggestion, it's a non-negotiable demand. And this is where containers become the secret weapon. Trying to change the pH of your garden soil is a constant, expensive, and frankly annoying battle. But in a container, you have total 100% control. You just create the perfect acidic soil mix from day one, and the result is a single bush that can give you 3 to 5 pounds of incredible berries season after season. Problem solved. All right, here it is, the one I promised you. Number 7 is the Meyer lemon, and its superpower is that it's ever-bearing. What in the world does that mean? It means it has flowers, young green lemons, and ripe yellow lemons all on the same tree at the exact same time. It is literally a living, year-round grocery store sitting in a pot. I mean, just look at the payoff here. A single tree can produce 50 to 100 lemons a year. You do the math at store prices, and you can see how this tree pays for itself in no time. Plus, because it's in a pot, you're in control. You can bring it inside to protect it from the cold, easily take care of any pests, and get this, you don't even need that fancy, expensive citrus fertilizer. A simple, balanced organic one works perfectly. Think you can't grow real juicy peaches in a pot? Well, think again. At number 6, we have dwarf peaches. Varieties like Bonanza were literally made for container life, and they produce full-sized, delicious peaches that honestly taste better than anything you can buy. Plus, being affordable makes it super easy to protect them from a late frost or throw a net over them to keep pests away. Now, here's a tip that feels completely wrong, but trust me, it works. When you see all those tiny little baby peaches start to form, you need to go in there and pull off about half of them. I know, it sounds crazy, but this thinning process lets the tree pour all its energy into the fruit that's left, making them way bigger, way sweeter, and so much more delicious. Cracking our top 5 is the dwarf cherry tree. Specifically, we're talking about pie cherry varieties like Romeo or Juliet. And growing these in a container solves the single biggest headache for every cherry grower on the planet: the birds. It is impossible to protect a 20-foot tree, but a small, potted tree on your patio, you can net that thing in 5 minutes flat. And this is where it gets really crazy: the value. With a single tree yielding 10 to 15 pounds of fruit, and with what fresh cherries cost at the store, you are getting an incredible return. This isn't just a fun hobby. It is a delicious investment. Just let that number sink in for a second. Over $100 every single year from one beautiful little tree that you can grow right on your own balcony. That's a powerful financial reason to get started, right? At number 4, we have something that looks like it's straight out of a futuristic garden, the Columnar apple tree. These things are basically living sculptures. They grow straight up with almost no side branches. They take up the space of a small shrub, but can give you 15 to 25 full-sized, crisp apples that, and this is key, you can store for months. This tree is saving you money well into the winter.
Okay, so technically not a tree, I know, but strawberries absolutely earn their spot at number 3. Why? 2 words: speed and smarts. You'll get delicious fruit within just a few months of planting, but the real magic is how they're self-sustaining. See, they send out these little runners that root themselves and become brand new strawberry plants for free. One plant quickly becomes a whole patch all by itself.
Our runner-up coming in at number 2 is the avocado. Now, let's be real. This one is the long game. You have to be patient. You're looking at maybe 3 to 4 years before you see a really good harvest. But the payoff is absolutely massive. We are talking about a tree that can produce fruit for over 20 years, giving you a steady supply of creamy, organic avocados that would cost you thousands of dollars at the grocery store over its lifetime. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The surprising champion of container fruit, the one you probably didn't see coming, is the dwarf banana plant. I know, it sounds wild, right? But when you actually look at the facts, it is the undisputed king of the container garden. Okay, let's break down why it's number 1. You get fruit in under 2 years. That's faster than a lot of trees. A single harvest can be 50 to 100 bananas. That's a bunch that can weigh up to 40 pounds. And get this, after it fruits, the plant sends up new shoots called pups. You just pop them up, and boom, you've got more banana plants for free. It's a literal fruit factory. Okay, so I promised you a game-changing tip that will boost the productivity of every single tree on this list. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's something almost nobody ever talks about when it comes to container gardening. It is all about mulch. Here's all you have to do. Add 2 to 3 inches of wood chips, straw, or even shredded leaves right on top of the soil in your pots. This one simple step keeps the soil temperature stable, it helps the soil hold on to moisture so you have to water less, and as it breaks down, it slowly feeds your tree. And the best part, it's often free. Just call a local tree service and ask for wood chips. It's such a simple action with truly dramatic results. So there you have it, 10 incredible fruit producers that prove you don't need a sprawling orchard to enjoy fresh, homegrown fruit. Whether you've got a tiny balcony or a big patio, you can absolutely do this. So, which tree are you going to start with? I want to know. Let me know down in the comments. Now go grow something amazing.